What is going on? This is Naman J. Coker, Principal Simple Cell Home Buyers, Realtor RPB Realty. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I'm over here. Oh, almost dropped this. I'm over here working on some things. Why am I in the office? I'm making a video. The topic of the video is why am I in the office on July 4th, Independence Day, working? Well, first of all, Independence Day is a very important holiday to me personally. I am very, very happy and consider myself lucky to be a U.S. citizen, to be an American. I really, really am grateful to my parents, to my mom and dad for coming and emigrating here in the 80s from Pakistan. And the whole quest was to give their kids, future kids, a better opportunity. And I think they really accomplished that. They're heroes in my eyes, and I love this country, and I appreciate every opportunity. And I don't like to squander this opportunity of being here. It's like a 4% chance that you are a U.S. citizen. If you take into consideration, there's 8 billion people on the planet. So, um, really important holiday. I like to reflect on this holiday, but I also recognize that we're halfway through the year. And so I like to use holidays as an opportunity to get a little bit of thinking work done. Um, Also, my wife is a nurse practitioner. She's working today. It's one of her holidays to work. So if she's not available, I have no social life. So I rather work. I like to work, so it's not a big deal for me. Um, I don't spend a lot of time working on like strategy for my business, like sitting down, planning, that sort of thing. Usually it's once a quarter where I do that. I got that off of the 12-week year, which is a book that I highly recommend. It's how to condense a year's worth of goals essentially into 12-week increments, which shakes out to be once a quarter. So I recommend that book to you. I like to continue working on things. I pivot here and there as I see my results are good or bad, but I don't do a whole lot of long-term planning. But today I wanted to kind of sit down and think about different things I wanted to do differently or continue doing for the second half of the year. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm a real estate investor. My main business, Simple Cell Home Buyers, buys and sells houses on Long Island, in the boroughs, downstate New York. I'm typically buying some type of distressed properties that need work, or um, properties that sellers just want to have a very certain convenient sale on. They want to sell to a cash buyer, they want to sell completely as is, they want to sell on their timeline. Maybe they need post possession, um, which is like they want to get the funds to the house and then they want to stay in the house for a little bit after. There's a bunch of different terms that I'm open and willing to give to sellers, which is why they agree to work with me, because of the service and the terms and the offers that we provide, which are customized to sellers' needs and wants. So that's the business. And what I'm focusing on right now, as far as what I'm going to do differently for the next 6 months, is I want to grow the business. So I was thinking about how I grow the business, and honestly, it all really boils down to your marketing, right? I need to do more marketing, and I'm going to basically double my marketing going into the second half. So I'm going to add marketing channels that I haven't really been consistent with and done at scale in the past. So one big thing is direct mail marketing. I'm going to add that. I've done direct mail marketing, but now I'm going to add it at a scale and a more consistent basis. And then I'm going to add two existing marketing channels, which is something I'm currently doing is digital marketing, so pay per click, pay per lead marketing. I'm going to be adding to that budget, and I'm going to continue to do some form of telemarketing, which telemarketing is basically cold calling, texting, voicemail drop. So I'm dropping cold calling. I find that I did it pretty hard for 6 months. at scale, and I found it not to be that effective. So we're going to continue, and we're going to try to improve our SMS marketing, and then we're going to look at SEO. I've spent like $30,000 in the past on SEO services, and I'm going to look at that again and see what the budget's like and what I could add, or maybe I'll do it myself or something along those lines. We'll see what we can do. So I'm hashing out a plan for the second half of the year to get all that stuff implemented. Then there's some process things I want to change. So I think I need one more hire to help with my main business process, which the main business process in my company, in my home buying company, is following up with leads. A lead is someone who's expressed interest in selling their property, but maybe they don't want to sell their property today. So then we have to follow up with them accordingly. And I think that my company could be doing a much better job at that. And I think making one strategic hire will go a long way in making sure that follow-up process is robust and it's happening when it should be happening. And then I had a couple of goals in regards to just my own workflow and personal development in terms of time management and things like that. And that's really it. I'm trying to keep it as simple and as specific as possible so that I could go and bang out those targets and track them and see how I do. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm working on Independence Day. I wanted to use this day as a way to kind of plan the second half of the year. And that's it. And what I want to leave you with, actually, is... where's this thing I was looking at earlier? So Ray Dalio is a hero of mine, and he talks about how to get what you want out of life. And he basically has a 5-step process for doing that, and that's essentially what I'm implementing again and again to try to achieve my goals. And it's pretty simple, but it's powerful at the same time. So the first step is you have to have clear goals. So you have to sit and write down goals for yourself. They don't have to be perfect, but they should be clearly defined and time bound and that sort of thing. And then the second thing you want to do is identify and don't tolerate problems to achieving your goals. So identify and don't tolerate problems to achieving your goals. Step 3 would be designing a plan. Step 3 is actually diagnosing problems to get at their root cause. Then you want to design a plan. And then probably arguably the hardest part about this is pushing through to completion. So that's the execution part, executing on your plan, which is where I think a lot of plans break down. A lot of my plans start to break down there. Because it's easy to think about these things, but it's much harder to then go and do the work every single day and execute on that plan. So I want to leave you with that little value add from Ray Dalio. I think it's very important. It's simple, but it's powerful if you implement it in your day-to-day life. I wish everyone the best for the second half of the year. Hope everyone's having a great 4th of July. And I will see you out there in the real world.